crazy. I figured I'd jump on here. Gotta drive back to Tampa in this rain. I was thinking about something. Yo, what up, y'all? What up? Nah, I'm not married. I just married. I ordered some rings and this. I didn't know my ring size, so. But yeah, I was thinking about some stuff, you know, especially with the quarterback. You know, the thing I hate about a quarterback like Orji, it might be too loud. I don't know, the rain is coming in hard. But the thing I was thinking about a dude like Orji and that I hate, it's a little harder for them to showcase their talent in practice because they don't get hit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the rain is crazy. I'm coming out of it though, it looks like, so hopefully y'all can still hear me. But yeah, a dude like Orji, unless he's already a starter, it makes it hard to evaluate him in practice because a lot of what he's going to be good at and do well in the game, he's not going to be able to really showcase it in practice because he's not getting hit. You know what I'm saying? So that always bothers me with a dude like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's going to be one of his biggest strengths is running around and making something happen and being hard to tackle. You know, so when he's in practice, you ain't gonna be able to showcase him being hard to tackle because he's not getting tackled. Tuttle's hurt. Yeah, Tuttle's hurt. I came out of the rain, but what I was saying is Orji can't showcase his talents fully in practice because he's hurt. I mean, not he's hurt. They don't get hit in practice. So you're not going to be able to really see what he can do until he's in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to be able to see Orji in practice breaking all these tackles, Orji in practice doing this, doing that, because he's not getting hit. You know, so that always bothers me with a guy like that, you know, because quarterbacks don't get hit. It's similar to like a Johnny Manziel. Like you can't dudes like that, you can't really showcase what you really do in practice. The offensive coordinator or the quarterback has to already kind of trust and know that that's what you are. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something I was thinking about, you know, because it bothers me a little bit. What else is going on? I'm hearing a couple things with the defense. I'm hearing Barham and I think that's how you say it, Barham and Hausman. I'm hearing them dudes is beasting. I'm hearing they're beasting and flying around, which they should be. You know, they're both seasoned and they're both studs, sideline to sideline. So honestly, the way they flow to the ball, it could be a step up from Junior, Colson, and Barrett. It could be, honestly, because they're both true linebackers that have a great feel for the game. Junior Colson was a great sideline to sideline, but he didn't have a great feel for linebacker, a great feel for the game, getting around blocks and understanding how to, okay, Barrett's taking on a block, let me flow behind him so I can make the tackle. You know, he struggled with that type of stuff. Barrett struggled with being a little bit undersized because he's not a true linebacker. He's prototypical. He's a safety. You know, came from the Don Brown Viper. You know, we all know this. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, linebacker could be a step up. You know, now when you get to that third linebacker, has Jimmy Rolder and I forget the other kid's name, have they taken a step up so they can be in the rotation? You would think they have. You've been around too long to not have taken that step. You know? So that's the other thing with that. Now, I know all of us, we're expecting the defense. We're expecting the defense to still be elite. Because honestly, they should be. You ain't lost enough on paper for the defense to not be good, maybe even great. But when we say great defense, what made Michigan's defense great? They were good at everything. Now, so that's one. The other thing, they were great at getting pressure on the quarterback, getting sacks, sacking the quarterback, but also turnovers. And that was the big thing. The defense could get turnovers. You know what I'm saying? So that's the big thing to me. I'm not worried about the secondary. I'm not worried about it. With Quinn McCarry, with Will Johnson, McBurrows has been around a long, long time. And I trust him. I trust McBurrows, so I'm not worried about him. So it's really just who's going to be in the slot. Will it be McBurrows? Will you put Zeke Berry there? Will it be Hill? You know, but the secondary, I'm not really worried about it. Now, as far as turnovers, I could be. Because Sainer still was a beast getting turnovers. What he had, five, six interceptions, forced fumble or two. You know, that's the big thing that made the defense great. They were great at causing turnovers. Penn State, when Penn State was trying to make a little, who was that? Rashawn Benny, I believe, forced the fumble, and I'm not sure who jumped on it. Makari Page, I believe, jumped on it. You know what I'm saying? Ohio State, Will Johnson. We know Will gonna be a beast as long as he's healthy. You know what I'm saying? Rod Moore. You know, these dudes caused turnovers. That was the big jump from 2022, 2021. They caused a ton of turnovers, sacks and turnovers, sacks, fumbles, interceptions, turnovers. You know, that was the big thing. So that's my worry. That's really my worry. Are y'all gonna be able to cause those turnovers? Turnovers are huge. You know, let's take Ohio State. Ohio State. What did Ohio State have? Ohio State had a good defense. I remember I was going back and forth with dude. Ohio State's got a great defense. It's a good defense. You got to be great. You really got to bring it to be great for me. That's for me. With great, I need sacks. I need turnovers. I need those things for you to be great. Plus the low scoring to be great in my book. You know, in other people's book, you can just be, you know, low scoring. You know, but to be just low scoring without the sacks, without the turnovers, you got to be a legendary low scoring defense like the Ravens or something, where you giving up 8 points a game. You know, you like that, you can win a championship. You giving up 10 points a game. You know, but you need the turnovers. You know, especially if you don't have a great offense. You might have a good, I'll say our offense was good. I'm not sure if I'd say it was great last year. You know, but to really be dominant, you need those turnovers. So that's the more of the worry for me. Those veteran players a little bit more. You know, for me, it's the turnovers. You know, because you can have a good defense, but if they're not turnovers, those turnovers are crucial. Like, I don't think they get enough credit for the turnovers. You know, let's take it from the championship down. What was it? Will Johnson coming out of halftime. This game is still close. Boom. First play, Will Johnson gets an interception. We get points off of it. To seal the game, that pretty much sealed it. Sainristil with the interception. Monster turnovers at crucial times. All right, coming out of halftime, Washington. All right, let's come down, get a score. Boom, interception. Deflating, super deflating for Washington. Boom. With our last chance, Sainristil interception, takes it back 90 yards to like the 3. Couple plays later, Blake touchdown, championship time. Let's get it. Alabama. The game for Alabama. Alabama's about to put us on ice. They already up 7. They're up 7 and driving with what, about 5-6 minutes left? Something like that. Quentin Johnson causes the turnover. Josh Wallace jumps on it. Well, Josh Wallace jumps on it. Boom. Field goal, but it got the ball back from them. When they probably would have got a field goal on that drive or something, maybe, who knows. You know what I'm saying? The turnover did that. You know what I'm saying? We can go to Ohio State, of course. You know, Will Johnson, you know. Jalen Harrell causing the errant throw. Rod Moore. You know. So, turnovers are huge. Long story short, turnovers are big, you know. So, that's my real worry for the defense this year. Will you be able to cause those turnovers? You know what I'm saying? It's nice to have a good defense. Like, let's say, even if it was Ohio State's defense, it's nice to have a good defense. But we've had years where we've had good defenses that didn't cause turnovers, and it's gonna bite you in the butt. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna bite you in the butt at some point. You not getting those turnovers or being able to cause and force turnovers. You know. It's just something I was thinking about. This isn't to say that we will or won't. It's just something that I was thinking about. But yeah. I'm hearing Barham and Heisman are beasting. I'm hearing TJ Guy might look like he has taken the next step. Maybe. Well, if he has, it'll show up. To me, that'll show up in the spring game. Something like that, that'll show up in the spring game if he has. You know what I'm saying? That'll show up. But yeah, you know, I'm not sure what's going on with the portal. I know everybody wants the portal. I'm not sure what's out there in the portal as far as quarterback, or even if it's worth our time to go in the portal to get a quarterback at this time. You know, I'm just not sure, honestly. If there's a quarterback worth our time, honestly, I'm fine with giving it to Orji. That's just me. I'm fine with Orji being the starter and let's just go in from there. I'm fine with it. I know somebody's going to say, well, it could end up bad. That's a possibility. But it could end up bad if you go to the portal. So that ain't saying much to me. You know, I'd rather go with somebody that's already been in the system so he's not behind the 8 ball when trying to learn and get the system down. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't like it's not like we're Ohio State or, I don't know, pick a passing team. It's not like we're them. So we're going to be running the ball anyway. You know, we're going to be running that rock anyway. And if we want to run it so bad, why not put in the running quarterback? Because Have y'all been seeing pictures of Orji? Hey, hey, man, have y'all been seeing pictures of this dude? Hey, ain't no way in hell I want to tackle that dude. No, no, sir. No, sir. Hey, that dude is Orji. Pause this whole little whatever. You pausers. Man, Orji looks like he on steroids or something. Hey, I couldn't imagine trying to tackle that dude in high school. I'm straight. I'm straight, coach. I couldn't imagine trying to tackle that dude in high school because he's looked like this since high school. That's the crazy part. This dude has looked like he's been in college for 2-3 years. Ain't no way I'm trying to tackle that dude. So if you got Mullins, Benjamin Hall, Donovan Edwards, and you got Orji wearing you down, you talking about making a defense quit? Man, if you add Orji into what we had last year, teams are going to quit. Defenses are going to quit. I'm sorry. That dude is built like, only comparison I can make is Tebow. That's the only comparison I can make at quarterback that's about the same kind of size and build. You know, Cam Newton is like 6'5" or 6'6", so the build is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? But that dude is something serious. Orji looked like he on steroids. I'm just gonna keep it 100. So, and I heard, I was watching the little, the little TikToks or the little Instagram posts, and they were asking them if you had a superpower. And just listening to him talk, he's like, I already got super speed. Don't need that. And it was like, and they brought it back to him again. He was like, I already got super strength. Don't need that. I was like, this dude's something else, boy. He was like, supervision, that would help with my accuracy. I'll take that. I was like, yeah, this dude knows. It's one thing to be big, strong, and fast. It's another thing when you know you are. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes are big and strong and fast, but they don't act like it. You know what I'm saying? They might let somebody push them around, or they don't embrace it, and it can hold you back. If you're big and strong and fast, you got to embrace that. To me, Orji embraces that, which is gonna make him tough to beat, hard to beat, or hard to stop, whatever you want to call it. Because I think he embraces that. Like, I know I'm a freak of nature. I know I'm fast. I know I can mug you safeties into the dirt. Like, he knows that. I can just tell by the way he talks, just from those little clips like that. Would I want super strength? I already got super strength, so I don't need that. I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? I already got a super speed. I don't need that. I don't need that. I already got it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I look at things. A dude that, and let's go back. Joe Milton. To me, Joe Milton, like, he didn't want to run. If he had a mentality like, okay, I'm not the most polished passer, so when I can get yards with my legs, I'm gonna go get it. That wasn't his mentality. And I did that live with him, or that video with him and Coach Hayes, and his coach used to call me, and we just chop it up about whatever. But he told me, he was like, Joe Milton, he's not a runner. He looks like a Cam Newton or one of those dudes, but that's not him. He doesn't want to run. He wants to throw. Like, that's his mentality. So, a lot of us before he became the starter, we thought he was one of those dudes. Like, all right, this dude looks like Cam Newton. He can run some, but that's not his game. You know what I'm saying? That's just not him. He doesn't embrace the fact that he's somewhat mobile and is huge, so he can run. Like, that's just not his game. So he never embraced it because it wasn't him naturally. A dude like Orji, he embraces the fact that he's that big, that fast, that strong. He embraces it. So that, just having that mentality, to me, that'll make him tough. So he's got my endorsement. I'm riding with Orji. That's who I want. You know what I'm saying? You know, I just wanted to, you know, mentality means a lot with these dudes. You know, mentality means a lot. You know, what you call it? And you at Tennessee, Joe Milton looked a little more comfortable and flourished a little more because, I mean, Heupel's a better passing. He's better with the passing game and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Long downfield throws. You know, it was more fit to Joe, but they didn't. You know, we saw him better. You know, in a system more suited for what he does best. You know what I mean? Because I think even the staff probably thought Joe was going to be more of a willing runner. You know what I'm saying? Because, and this goes back to my original point, they don't get hit in practice. So you don't know how much a dude really wants to run and do all this stuff, or how gifted he might be at escaping pressure. You don't know in practice because they don't get hit. So you don't know until it's all on the line. Now they're in the game, and you might be like, whoa, this dude is that? You don't really know in practice because he's not getting hit. Play's dead. Once it seems like a sack, once it seems like the quarterback's been touched, the play is dead. It's over. So that's what I mean. And, you know, I guess I brought it back around with Joe Milton. But yeah, what else? What else is going on? Ohio State. Do I want to talk about them a little bit? Ohio State, as much as I guess I get into them. I guess I dive into them. Pause. I told y'all I ain't pausing because I'm reckless. I talk reckless. But as cocky as they are, they got the same problem. They got one of the main problems that we have right now. Who's your quarterback? Who's your quarterback? You can have a team loaded. You can have a team that is truly loaded, but if you don't know who's behind center, you don't know how good your team is. You truly don't know. You truly don't know. So they can puff up their chest all they want to. You got about the same. They strength schedule about the same as it was. But you got 3 games. What you got? Michigan. You got Oregon, Michigan, and games the same as last year. Notre Dame, Penn State, Michigan. So you could probably go 2-1 in those games, probably, but you got championship expectations. So you ain't proved nothing yet. You still have to go through the playoff. You know what I'm saying? So the question is, who's the quarterback gonna be? Will Howard? Every time I see a clip of him, he looks like straight boo-boo in practice. Like he don't know what he doing. Will Howard get the snap and he looked like Uncle Rico back there or something. Like, what the hell was that? That dude throwing Uncle Rico passes. Like, okay. But I'm hearing, what is it, Julius? That boy throwing them Uncle Ricos. You want to see my video? You guys want to see my video? Turning in a circle. I'm looking like, bro, is this serious? Like, do you even care? Like, what the hell was that? But yeah, I'm hearing him, Julian saying, the freshman, I'm hearing he looks good, but you got championship or bust expectations. Do you really want to put a freshman out there? Freshman gonna lose a game. He gonna lose a game. Now y'all probably, OSU is probably gonna make the playoffs. So do you want that game to be in the playoffs? He gonna blow a game. That freshman is gonna blow a game. You can count on that. Freshman quarterback, he gonna blow one. He gonna blow one of them games. So, do you want him? Devin Brown, how good is he? I don't think he's that good. Can Devin Brown even stay healthy for a full game? Like, come on, let's be serious. Can this dude stay healthy for a game? I ain't seen it. Has anyone seen it? No, we haven't, because every time he gets in the game, he gets hurt. You're going to start the Missouri game. 1.5 quarters later, I'm out. But you starting the Missouri game. This is your start. No, it ain't. I'm out. No, it ain't. I'm out, coach. So he I call him Butterfinger Brittle Brown. Butterfinger BBs. So, you know, as cocky as they want to be, y'all got some of the same problems we got. Who's our quarterback? We don't know yet. We're hoping for Orji. Maybe your Portal. We ain't in practice. We don't know. Denegal, we don't know. And y'all got the same problem. Who's y'all quarterback? Who is your quarterback? You know? And I've heard somebody say Will Howard is good. Let me break you down on the difference between being good. There's differences. There's SEC good. There's Big Ten good. Then you've got Pac-12. Then you got your Big 12s. You have to be careful when you say someone in the Pac-12 or someone in the Big 12 is that good. On offense, at least. Because they play not a lick of defense. So especially at quarterback, you have to be careful on saying how good someone is in the Big 12 and Pac-12 because they're not playing any defense worth the dang. So you don't truly know how good he is. Just like I tried to, Jeff goes for the same thing I tried to tell those Washington fans. They were so cocky. Well, you guys, your defenses are good because you don't play any great offenses. And I said, well, the Big Ten is pretty much known for defense a lot of the times. Those top teams, at least. But you know what the Pac-12 is also known for? Playing garbage defenses. Fielding garbage defenses. Yeah, y'all play offense. Spread. You know, passing it, throwing it around. But your defenses are known for being boo-boo. They're known for it. So what are we talking about? So you have to be careful getting these dudes from those conferences and those type of offenses, you know, and coming to like the Big Ten, or you could say the SEC too, because both conferences are known for playing a different style of defense. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I look at it. You got to be careful. The Purple Rain, he did come back. I cooked them. I ain't gonna say I cooked them. We all cooked them. We all cooked him. So he did come back on some of the other videos, but we flambéed that dude, boy. Purple Rain dude. You know, coming with that cocky Pac-12 attitude, you know. Boy, you let him have it. But that's the thing, you know, you have to. Big Ten plays defense. It's going to be, and speaking on that, it's going to be interesting to see how USC, how Oregon does, how Washington does, now that they're going to be playing Big Ten defenses consistently. You know, they're going to have a reality check playing some of these teams, playing your Penn States, playing your Ohio States, playing your Michigans, even playing your Wisconsin when they, you know, because Wisconsin will be playing some defense. You know what I'm saying? Playing these teams, especially when they're up, you know, we gonna hit you in the mouth, you know. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they handle playing some of these teams with talent, fielding these defenses, because you're gonna bring Big Ten gonna bring their hard hat. Big Ten gonna bring their hard hat. So it's gonna be real interesting to see how they deal with that on a week-to-week basis, having to deal with that, with, you know, going against better defenses consistently, you know. Let's see, I done came to a stop. Ohio State is so damn delusional they get rid of good quarterback because they're spoiled and they believe that their quarterback should be an all-star. That's a fact. Like McCord, Will Howard won't be able to handle that fan base. They were better off keeping McCord. Yeah, McCord wasn't as bad as they tried to do him, especially this year. You know what I'm saying? Especially this year, because let's be real. I mean, if their offensive line is good, which is it's a if at this point. You know, if their offensive line is good or elite, you got two backs. If Chip Kelly just decides, all right, we're going to do what Michigan did. The blueprint is there in it looks like our roster is there. We got two good backs. We about to run this ball. McCord, you're a game manager. Some games you might not throw it, but 12 times, because we're going to be running this rock down everybody's throat. So you're going to be a game manager, and you might mess around and win a championship. You know what I'm saying? That would be my thing. You know, that would be my thing if I was on them, you know, with McCord or whoever's the starter this year. You know what I'm saying? I would be like, we're going to be, I hate to say it, we about to copy our rivals. But we got the same, we're trying to do what they did. We're trying to bring everybody back. We got two stud backs. We got a good defense. You know, all we got to do is create turnovers, run the ball, and quarterback, don't turn it over. Quarterback, don't turn it over. Because you can say what you want about JJ, you know, those Ohio State guys. JJ's horrible. One thing about JJ, he wasn't turning that rock over. But the Bowling Green game, who cares? We won the Bowling Green by 20 or something. Who cares? Didn't turn it over Penn State, Ohio State. Didn't turn it over against Bama. Didn't turn it over against Washington. Championship. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. If they actually had if they actually had a compliment run game this past year with an offensive line worth a dang, they wouldn't be talking smack about McCord. That's a fact. Ohio State fans' mentality of Madden player, if they're not rated 99, they think he's not good. That's why they can't even build a real team. Yeah. Those are all facts. Those are all facts. You know? And to me, if I'm them, the writing is on the wall what to do, but I mean, it's on Ryan Day. He kind of soft. He's soft and he wants to me, he wants to win his way, which is always troubling. If you want to win your way, you really have to make sure the team can win your way. It took Harbaugh all these years because what? Harbaugh wanted to run the ball, the quarterback be a game manager, but to run the ball, you need two things. You need an offensive line that's good or great, and you need stud backs. You need stud backs. For Harbaugh's first however many years, we didn't have a stud back. We didn't have one. So Harbaugh wanted to win his way, but it's only going to get you so far. You ain't got the horses. You ain't got the horses in the backfield. So when Hassan Haskins finally reached his potential at running back, when Corum, which I knew he was going to be the missing piece, which I was hoping he would, I made a video. I got the receipts. But, Corum, then you had Donovan, So once we got the horses in the offensive line, it started to really fall into place, plus the defense, ring time. This Ryan Day this year hot. This seat is hot. In order for Ryan Day to Ohio State to win everything, it has to be perfect. That tells me you don't know how to coach. That's true. That's a fact. He gets real tight when he's coaching. He gets real tight. He gets real tight, and he starts kind of second guessing himself on what he wants to do or maybe what he should do. He starts second guessing himself. And that's one thing I'll say. And people can talk about more like, because they try not to give him credit. Oh, Harbaugh made the game plan and stuff. Oh, Harbaugh made the game plan when that's all well and good. I mean, Sharon was the offensive coordinator, so they made the game plan together. But once you got into the game, it was Sharon more. Once the game is actually played and it's 4th and 2, and we're instantly going for it, that's Sharon Moore. That wasn't Harbaugh. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I'll say. In those big moments against Penn State, against Maryland, against Ohio State, Sharon Moore was on point. All right, we going for it. You know what I'm saying? We going for it. He was on point. He knew when to go for it, when not to, and thankfully it all worked out. But he was quite on point with those calls. They try to discredit dude. They try to discredit him, but his job wasn't easy, because there was so much pressure on this Michigan team. You got all these seniors, you got JJ, you got Corum, they all came back to win the championship. Now Harbaugh's going, see, that pressure was supposed to be on Harbaugh. And in the biggest games of the year, all that pressure was on Moore. That was a lot of pressure. I don't think people understand or give him enough credit. Like, this ain't supposed to be my pressure. It's supposed to be Harbaugh's pressure. It's supposed to be his pressure. Now I got to coach these games, the biggest games of the year. Great. He gets suspended. And I got to coach Penn State, Ohio State, and Maryland. The 3 toughest games on our schedule. Great. Hey, so Sharon Moore, hey, we know he can handle the pressure, at least to a certain extent, But to me, that makes sense on why sometimes in those games he dialed it back a little bit. Like, all right, let me dial it back on offense. I know I got a great defense. Let me dial it back, and because whether Harbaugh got suspended, whether Harbaugh was there, once Harbaugh's not there, if we would have lost to Penn State, Maryland, or Ohio State, it was going to be on Moore. And even if the fans didn't blame him, I'm sure he would have blamed himself. Like, Like, man, I blew this. I blew it. You know what I'm saying? So I understood why he dialed it back in a lot of those games that he was coaching, because he had a lot of pressure on him to win. Because if you lose, you're on the outside looking in the playoff, most likely. Yeah, that was Harbaugh's pressure. That wasn't Moore's. It just ended up being on Moore's shoulders. I told him it wasn't going to stop him and it wasn't going to save them. Yeah, nobody on their defense scares you. Hold on, y'all. Let me clock out of this other. Yeah, I told him wasn't nobody saving them. And I tried to tell them too. I tried to tell them too. Like, bro. JTT and them, y'all try to hype them up. Y'all try to hype them up. And now somebody was trying to compare him to Aiden. Aiden's first 3 years before he blew up his senior year, trying to compare him. And you could be right, but they got to prove it. You know, they got to prove it still. You know, they still got to prove it. But I want my defense to create havoc. I want turnovers. I want turnovers. I want sacks. I want strip sacks. I want fumbles. I want all of that to get the ball back to the offense. And forget getting the ball back to the offense. I want you to cause a turnover, pick it up, and score. That's what I want. I want my defense to score points. That's what I like. I want my defense scoring points. Yeah, that's a fact. You go to what you have to do to win. The bread and butter is the offensive line and Blake. Run that rock and let's get out of here and trust this defense. If you OSU fans will never let go of the Connor Stallion stuff. That's gonna stay around forever. They'll never let that go. They'll never let it go. And you know they gonna be in their little chamber, so they gonna say stuff like Michigan wants respect from everybody. Nobody respects your championship. Yeah, because you're only in Ohio State places. Of course, that's what you're gonna think. You're only on the Ohio State spaces. So yeah, of course. Of course, most Ohio State fans aren't gonna respect Michigan's championship because y'all can't believe what happened. Y'all can't believe, how did they win a championship? It had to be the cheating. Like, we know y'all. Come on. We know that's what they're gonna say, but they're never gonna let it go. You might find 1 out of 10. I'd say 1 out of 10, maybe 2 out of 10 Ohio State fans will actually say, man, Michigan just had a good or great team. But then what's so funny is they'll bring up the Stallion stuff and then in the same breath say, well, you guys aren't going to be the same because you lost 44 seniors. Well, was it Connor or was it the 44 seniors? Which one was it? Or was it a collective? It was Connor, it was the seniors, and it was the perfect storm for Michigan. It was just a perfect storm. It was the perfect concoction for you guys to win. Good luck this year. Yeah, I'm hearing Jair Hill is a beast. Yeah, they don't know what to do. They sold Ohio State fans want Michigan to be so bad. They cannot help themselves, boy. They are something else. I get into that Medicine Sports chat, and I just be like, bro, these dudes. Michigan's gonna be 8-5, 5-8. Michigan ain't gonna win anything. Michigan's like, bro, calm down. You guys lost this guy and this guy, and then you start naming other players that played last year that can step in. Then they don't know nothing about them, so they try to talk. Like, bro, just shut up. Like, I get it. I get it. You want to talk, but you want to talk Michigan, and they really hate when I get in the chat because they want to talk about Michigan, but they don't know Michigan like that. So they can bring up something, and I can, well, this player played. We got this player ready to step in. He was a 2-year starter. These dudes don't even know about Makari Page. They don't even know that this dude's been starting for 2 years. You talk to most Ohio State fans or people, they think Rod Moore and Keon Sabb were the 2 starters for the last couple years or something. You know what I'm saying? So you get in there, you start talking to them and start giving real stuff, and then they got to go to something else, you know. Hey, them Ohio State fans, man, something else, boy. I surely put on the hard hat, like, all right, let's go to war. I'm about to go to war with them. The only thing you might question is quarterback. We don't throw like that. That's a fact. Yeah, and I love trolling me, Ohio State fan, boy. I love it. Because they just can't handle it. Like, they just can't take it. Like, bro. And then they going to come with the see you in November. Y'all been saying wait until November for 3 years, bro. It's time to stop saying that now. Y'all been saying it. It's time to stop saying it. Like, come on. Every year, wait until November. Wait until November. Wait until November. It's like, the little clock that just keep you're like an alarm clock. Wait until November. Wait until November. Wait until November. All right, I'm up. Shut up. I'm up. Shut up. I'm up. Wait until November. It's time to stop saying that. Y'all got to prove it now. Hey, nobody. See, before when you said it 2021, it was like, all right, maybe they might be right. Now it's like, all right, bro, y'all ain't barely got no players on the team confident. Ain't nobody got no gold pants. So y'all got to prove that y'all gonna beat us now. Like, you got to prove it, because we're not scared anymore. Like, all that bravado y'all had is gone when it comes to us. We don't, like, come on. Like, bro, wait until November. Boom. Dang. Wait until November. Bam. Oh. Wait until November. Boom. You're getting knocked out. Like, just shut up. Ain't no wait until November. Ain't no wait until November for y'all now. Yeah. It's crazy how obsessed OSU is with us. They spend more time talking about us, and we don't focus on their own team. It's so weird. If you watch Mike Valenti show, you can tell how jealous and salty he is. He wants the hammer to come down. Oh, the hammer. The hammer. These dudes in this hammer, boy. These dudes in this hammer, boy. And then the hammer is coming. The hammer is coming, bud. Okay. Zach was talking about it today. I was thinking it was gonna come down because somebody super chatted about it's coming down and all this. Zach today was like, I was thinking March, but I'm starting to. What's going on? NCAA are you gonna do anything? Seems like that's what they're thinking. Like, This Hammer seems like they might not give a dang. They got bigger stuff going on, honestly. Ohio State's still thinking about the glory days. The only reason why Ohio State thinks the Hammer's coming down because they listen to Buckeye Scoop, that tabloid BS. Hey, Buckeye Scoop, they wild, boy. You talking about some tabloid stuff when this stuff was going on, boy. I used to watch and click on all that stuff because it was like every day, every week they had something they wanted to. Oh, breaking news out of Michigan. I've got an insider that says this, and I done cooked Nevada Buck. He used to get so hype and tied into that stuff. In his head, when Harbaugh got suspended, he just imagined in his head that Ohio State was just gonna blow Michigan out. He's like, I'm not worried about Michigan at all, and they're in shambles. They barely beat Maryland, so I'm not worried about it. And we saw what happened, and we saw what happened. You ain't worried about it, boy. That scandal stuff, and that's why I used to get on here and go on these rants, because I try to tell them that scandal stuff is not saving you. Football ain't played off no scandal stuff. Football ain't played on no scandal. All this scandal and this tabloid, this newspaper stuff. They get so tied up in that stuff, and I hate talking about that stuff, honestly. That's why you don't see me get into it, because I don't like it. I like football, But they got so tied up into it, they thought that stuff was going to guarantee them wins. The NCAA is going to save us. Harbaugh suspended, it's going to save us. They didn't realize that our culture and all them dudes that came back to win, they didn't care. It just brought them closer, and they was there. We about to finish this job. That's all they cared about. They couldn't realize it because they were so caught up in this tabloid stuff. You know what I'm saying? They got they got so caught up in it. Like it was killing me, boy. Let's see. I think Harbaugh going to the NFL and then winning the Super Bowl will be the icing on the cake in his coaching career. Yeah. Oh my God, this is a good one. Jay Marion, you guys only beat us by 6. And they've been saying this for some reason. Like, nobody cares. Like, when did this become a thing? You only beat us by 6. Congratulations. We beat y'all by 13, then we beat y'all by 22. Y'all got it down to 6. Woohoo! Like, what are you talking about? Like, who cares? Like, who cares? We beat Bama in overtime. We beat Maryland by 6. So is Maryland the second best team we played? Or is it Bama, or is it Maryland? Like, who cares? Like, what are we talking about? That's like when the what's the year? 2016. When we won, we lost in overtime. Who cares? We lost. We only lost by 6. Okay, you lost, man. We won the championship. What are you talking about? We won the ring, man. What are you talking about? We literally won and got in the playoff by beating you by 6, man. What don't y'all get? We would, if Ohio State would have won, Michigan wouldn't have made the playoff. The same way, when we beat you, you didn't make the playoff. So whether we would have won by 1, who cares? The end result was a championship. Big Ten championship, Rose Bowl champion, national champion. And they've been saying some crazy stuff. I ain't gonna front. That win by 6 is crazy, but I have been seeing it. I've been seeing it. Like you right about that. I've been seeing that we only won by 6. Is that an accomplishment? It's Ohio State and Michigan. It's not supposed to be a blowout. Y'all got used to them blowouts in the Don Brown years. Then we flipped it, blew you out in 2022, dominated you in 2021. So now y'all feel, well, you only won by 6. Who cares? The one thing I don't understand, Ohio, they've been recruiting top 5 every year for 10 years or better, but what do they have to show for it? That's a fact. OSU fans have been no excuse this year. When they lose to Michigan, they can't bring up the signs. That was last year. That's the excuse this year. You see Ryan Day take a shot at Jim Harbaugh yesterday, talking about OSU's new running back coach grew up and had to make it all on his own, and Jim grew up in a football family and was hey, I saw that somebody posted that, or what's the dude's name on Locked On Wolverines. I didn't watch it, but I'm gonna watch it when I get off of here. I'm gonna watch it now. I didn't know he said, hey, Harbaugh's something serious. And you know, he did the third base stuff, and now Ohio State fans are trying to say Sharon Moore was born on third base. And I've been trying to tell him, like, come on. Like, y'all gotta think, like, I get it, but think of y'all own comebacks. Like, Harbaugh cooked y'all coach, and now y'all trying to use it on Sharon Moore. It's just sad, bro. Like, I get it, but come on. Like, think of y'all own stuff. Trying to use Harbaugh's third base comment to talk about Sharon. It just don't have the same weight, because Harbaugh thought to say that. Like, that came from the head coach of Michigan talking about the head coach of Ohio State. Like, a real jab, like, yeah, you got a team, but, you know, yeah, you got a good team, but you got it in a sleazy way. You know what I'm saying? Like, think of y'all own stuff. Like, bro, come on. Like, y'all got to take our coach's slight on y'all coaching it. Now y'all trying to say it. Like, Sharon's born on third base. Like, come on, bro. Like, think of y'all own stuff. Like, come on. Like, come on. Like, come on. Y'all better than this. Y'all better than this, bro. Like, the Ohio State fans is killing me with this type of stuff, bro. Like, for real. Little Day is now. Oh, yeah. A lot of people thought we were going to lose to Bama. Honestly, the country everybody thought we were going to lose to Bama. Only people thought we weren't were Michigan fans. I see Ohio State fans trying to say about the Connor Stallions stuff, the comparison that JJ sucks during the Connor Stallions era and his stats dropped after Stallion was fired. Like, that's something to hold on to. They just want something to say at this point. So they don't dive deep into that. When Stallions, he got fired or left, we played Michigan State. And JJ probably had the best game he's ever played against Michigan State. I mean, against anybody, probably against Michigan State. That was without Stallions. And then we got to the tougher part of our schedule. So the competition went up. But they don't care to. They're not going to dive that deep. They just want something to say. OSU trying to buy their way out of this. When we were down, we were grinding our way back to the top. What's so funny is JJ's stock is going up and they can't take it after. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, they can't take that. That OSU fans, they really hate JJ, and it is really bothering them that his stock is shooting up, because they talked all that stuff, and this dude might be a top 5 pick. And I said that to somebody else, somebody in Menace's chat. And he's, oh, what does that mean, a top 5 pick? That's what Ohio State has been praising their quarterbacks for forever, with Justin Fields and CJ Stroud and Dwayne Haskins. Oh, he's a first round pick. He's a top 10 pick. He's a top 5 pick. Now Michigan has one, maybe. We don't know yet, but maybe. And what does that mean? Oh, now I don't mean nothing. Tired of these dudes. I'm tired of these dudes. Let's see. When OSU spend more time talking about us, here's an example. In the 4-week wait of the playoff, we're saying roll tide, so confusing. Oh, yeah, they were saying roll tide. They were saying roll tide. Yeah, they were wild. Nevada Buck and them, they did a watch party and they were saying roll tide. Nevada Buck was so sick when we stopped him on 4th down and 1. Boy, he was so sick. That boy was so sick, man. He didn't know what to do. They just knew we were gonna lose. Yeah, I don't really care where they go. I just want them to go to the league and hopefully be successful. Yeah, and honestly, it was so funny watching they watch party. Buckeye Scoop, that is. When Bama got the ball and we sacked them on the first play, sacked them again, they were like, what is going on? Whoa, what? They were so shocked, bro. That was some funny stuff, boy. But I guess I'm about to get off of here in a second. And I'm going to go in here and do some work, I guess, while it ain't raining so hard. Cameron Stokes says, man, Dave Putney roasting on Brandon Walker and the OSU guys at Barstool Sports was a joy to watch. I didn't see that. I'm going to have to check that out. But I'm going to have to watch, I got to watch that, what Ryan Day said, trying to come back at Harbaugh. It's already, you know what's funny about that? Harbaugh got him. He really got the best of Ryan Day. He really did. Because he made those comments. He made the third base comments. Then he proceeds to beat him 3 years in a row. So that's 3 Big Ten championships. And then he wins the championship and leaves. So you can't even beat him. You can't get a payback. Ryan Day can't get the best of Harbaugh anymore. Like, he can't get the best of him. Like, Harbaugh's moved on. Like, bro, I'm an NFL coach. I don't care what you trying to say. Yeah, I do. And even if what Ryan Day said about Harbaugh comes from a coaching tree or his family, to me, that's not a good comeback, because you're basically you're a prodigy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you wanted to say Harbaugh's a prodigy, that's only a slight if you haven't lived up to it. Harbaugh went to Michigan, played in the NFL, goes to Stanford, builds Stanford up, goes back to the NFL, builds up the 49ers this close to winning the Super Bowl, goes back to Michigan, builds Michigan up, wins the championship, then leaves and goes back to the NFL. Like, this dude is a football legend. Like, he's lived up to it. So you saying that type of stuff, it just don't. Like, everybody Harbaugh has been super validated over these last few years and winning the championship. Like, he's got the best of you, Ryan Day. Your best bet is to just move on from Harbaugh. He done got the best of you. Just being honest. Like, he's really gotten the best of you. Like, these over this 3-year run, like, he's gotten the best of you, bro. Just focus on your season. Leave Harbaugh alone. He's gotten you. Like, he's gotten the best of you. Like, real talk. Yep, he got him. Yeah, your whole family knows football. Like, if I'm a football player or a coach, Why wouldn't you want a whole line of football family? Like, that's not a knock. That's like being a knock. Oh, you're a Manning. Oh, you're a Manning. I had to get it out the mud. You're a Manning. You got to learn from Peyton and Eli and Archie. Oh, that's not a knock, bro, in football. You know what I'm saying? That's not a knock. You got to learn from the best, and you've got all this knowledge from your family. Like Jack, John, and Ohio State fans used to say this too. Oh, Jim had to go to his big brother, or he had to go to little brother to get a defensive coordinator in the NFL. Like, that's not a knock. That's smart, dummy. That's a smart thing to do. Dumb. Like, but that's what they come to. They reaching for straws, bro. Like, coming from a football family, regardless, is a blessing. Like, that's dope. Like, I can go to my dad, I can go to my brother, and we just got a wealth of football knowledge. We can just sit around and just pick each other's brain and get knowledge of football. Like, that's that's never a bad thing, dumb. like, come on. I gotta watch that when I get off here. I gotta watch that like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah. Whew. Yeah, they don't want to come in here because they know I'm gonna cook them. You know, they can't say nothing. They know I'm gonna cook them. They know not to come in here no more. Because I'm gonna cook, and if I ain't cooking, I'm probably just gonna be laughing at them. They don't know when one of those Ohio State rants gonna come. One of those real Ohio State rants. They don't like them. They don't like them. I guess I'll answer this for Brad Sr. and then I'm gonna go and get off of here. The D line is gonna be good. Now, because let's just, I didn't did this before, but we got Josiah Stewart, Kenneth Grant, Mason Graham, and you got Derek Moore. All of those dudes are studs. And really haven't even reached their full potential yet. They all studs. So that's your starters. Then you got Rashawn Benny. They say TJ Guy. So the thing is the depth. That's what made us really awesome last year. Is we had 10 dudes. Right now we got 6. Well, right now we got 5. And the rest are hopefuls. We might hear that we got other guys ready, but we don't know yet. The starting 5 is legit. But after that, we're hoping, because we're hearing things about TJ Guy and some of these other dudes, but we haven't really seen it yet. So I can't say that they're gonna be beasting or they're gonna be really ready. Now, you would hope they would. TJ Guy been around for 4 years, and all these other dudes. So you would hope they are, but I can't say that they are. Right now, I know we got 5 dogs on the defensive line. You know what I'm saying? We got 5 right now. The rest, we gonna have to wait and see. But the starting defensive line, just like the starting linebackers and pretty much the starting secondary, for the most part, they all studs. So that's why I'm not that worried, because I know the defense is the defense should be elite. It's the depth that we have to worry about. That's what made us so great last year. It was the depth. But the starters, we good. We probably got the best D tackles in the country. We might have the best starting D line in the country. It's possible. With Josiah, Mason, Kenneth, and Derek Moore. We might have the best starting D-line in the country. We got depth. It's not proven yet, bro. It's not proven. You got to prove that the depth is there on the D line. They got to prove it. I know you do. I know you do. So I ain't gonna, but I gotta see it first. You know, I gotta see it. You know, I know those 5 with Benny. I know what they can do. And I honestly, I thought TJ Guy would have been in the rotation last year. So I can say 6. I'll throw TJ Guy in there because I got faith that he's ready. So I'm gonna throw TJ Guy in there. So we got 6 that I can say for sure. But Antoine say we got depth, which I don't doubt we do. Because I don't doubt that we do have depth. Because these dudes, since we've had so many seniors and a few transfers, a lot of these dudes have had time to develop. You know what I'm saying? It's just we haven't gotten the chance to really see them on the field. So that's it that's what's up with the D line. Yeah, Benny elite. That's why I said we got 5. We got 5 dudes that's elite right now. For sure. For sure. I ain't talking about hoping. I'm talking about for sure. But yeah, that's about it, y'all. Let me go and jump off of here and go in here and do a little work, a little bit of work, a little bit. But I appreciate y'all joining. The comments, the moderators, like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.